All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be taken very short.
Let's go. Hurry, hurry. Hands up. Hey, gotta go. Lock in.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Hands up. Right.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. On 1st down, they run with Howard. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
We're on the ball after this. Move. Hey, gotta go. Hands up.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. Looking for White on the deep ball. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. It's Barkley on the counter. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Lucky 56.
On first down, Lauletta. Throw left side complete. It's Lewis. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Lauletta on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's Lauletta now on second. Open man right side is Ingram. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And they'll throw again with Lauletta. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's brought in by Kevin White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Connor Barwin in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. So as they take it over, we step aside. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
18. Gotta go. Ransom.
Out of the gun, Trubisky out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. A handoff, Barkley running left. And he's got some space here. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, here's Lauletta. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. Now, for those who missed it, he had an interception last week, too. When a lineman picks a ball off once, it's news. Back-to-back weeks, it's breaking news.
Look out, ladies and gentlemen. Big man with football. How about that? And look at, you know how happy he is right now? He's going to go to the defensive backs room and practice this week and say, guys, I'm joining your ranks.
He's a pig in mud. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Throwing deep here for Coleman. He's got a man, complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
18. You see it? Ransom. Hey, gotta go.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
Hands up. Hands up. Hey, gotta go. Move.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Corey Coleman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears are in for 6. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Detroit!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, here's Lauletta. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lewis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Coleman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. On second down, here's Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Raymond now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown. They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in. Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On the run, it's Barkley. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Yeah, he was the first back taken in the draft. Ended up going number 2 to the Giants, and there was never a doubt that he would be the first runner off the board. We just saw why. His ability with the ball in his hands to turn a nice little game into something big. He makes plays no matter how you get him the ball. Lauletta looking for a first down throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game. Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Lauletta. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Shepard. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Gone! Now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Now Lauletta on first down. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To the air yet again, Lauletta. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. From the red zone now, Lauletta. His throw caught right around the 6. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, Lauletta. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Lauletta. This will be caught just inside the 10. So we reach halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Raymond now on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
On first down, it's Lauletta. To Shepard, complete over the middle. There goes Sterling Shepard. And he takes this thing down deep into Chicago territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Back to throw, Lauletta. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's third down.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. And Rosas puts this one through. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be... Stop before he could even get started.
Let's go. 18.
Third and 2. Now Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will tie things up at 13. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Lock in.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Coleman. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Throw left side, complete. It's Burton. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
You see 18. Hey, 18. Gotta go.
On 2nd down, Trubisky looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he gets it down to the 32. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. He hits White, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky, and the Bears have broken the tie.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to...
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Lauletta now on second. Looking deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Giants on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Now here's Lauletta. And that is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Lock in, lock in.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got Lewis. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd down, here's Lauletta. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Lauletta. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, Have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Detroit!
Desperation time on fourth down for Lauletta. And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll look to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
First carry for their fullback. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Barkley. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They come out here in the eye. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. The pitch goes to Barkley, and he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Here's Trubisky. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Throwing now is Trubisky. Rolling to his right. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into it. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
And as we said, they control their own destiny now. He finds an opening past the 40. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Giants, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will hit the road next week to